get it.
Hush.
Hello? This is the Dunwoody residence, and don't you want to hang up now? What? Let me see. Are you still alive?
Don't talk with a thermometer in your mouth. Is that Dr. McMurray?
Yeah, I guess he's just leaving for the morticians convention. I guess he wants to know if he can pick up anything. Yeah, he's still kicking, but it's only a matter of time. Right.
When are we gonna eat?
Huh?
When are we gonna eat?
What?
I said, when are we gonna eat?
Oh, I don't know. No, you still got another minute yet. Look for yourself. Why, yes it is. 1995 at the drugstore. No, the one downtown.
I hate that.
Hey, I don't like that kind of talk. Uncle Harold.
Give me back my paper, you little wart.
Sorry.
What do you want anyway? Like I care.
Have you seen the rest of my frog?
Keep it in mind that I don't want this to degenerate into a discussion. The rest of your frog?
It's gone.
Not all the frog, just part of it?
I got the front part right here. Want to see?
No.
Y'all be quiet now. Leon's trying to rest.
Sorry, he lost part of his frog.
Huh?
He lost part of his frog.
What?
Nature boy here lost part of his frog.
You lost part of your frog?
What y'all talking about over there?
Frog.
They talking about me, ain't they?
Every chance they get. Oh, look at this.
Temperature's high, ain't it?
Now you chomped down so hard, you got teeth marks on the end of it. I'm responsible for this equipment, you know.
Now, everybody be quiet now. Leon's upstairs trying to rest his leg. Lord knows how.
Well, I, for one, would purely like to know what kind of accident he had to wrench up his leg like that.
He don't want to talk about it, and we ain't gonna talk about it.
No, we're gonna talk about frogs. And not even whole frogs, indeterminate ones.
What part of the frog do you have? Wait, why do you have just part of a frog?
Biology experiment. See, we was supposed to cut up these little suckers today, but I was late on account of my football practice.
So they sent it home with you?
What kind of teacher would send home half a frog his homework?
And if I lose it, I gotta pay for it.
What does a frog go for these days, considering it was already damaged?
Oh, come on, Uncle Harold. I gotta find the rest of Murphy.
You named your frog and then cut him up?
Well, I figured he'd appreciate it as opposed to having a stranger do it.
Jackson, you got the brain of a tree. And I ain't talking dogwood here, I'm talking birch. Maybe. I'd have to see the tree first.
If y'all are gonna talk, I wish y'all had the good graces to speak up so I can hear what evil lies y'all spreading about me.
We're talking about frogs here?
She called me a frog?
Don't say that too loud or Jackson here will dissect you.
Uncle Harold, he's scaring me again.
He does that to all of us.
Yeah, on account of he likes it. Don't you, Daddy?
You got that right.
Mr. Dunwoody, would you please sit down? Your blood pressure?
What do you want?
A trip to the Cayman Islands, but don't suppose I'll ever get it out of you, will I?
You got that right.
You gonna nest there for a while?
Maybe. I don't know. It's one of them spontaneous things. What do you want for an itinerary?
What is it, Gladys?
I just wanted to know if Leon's gonna come downstairs to supper, or I'm gonna have to truck it up there to him.
Frida will be down in a minute. I'll ask her.
Let me know, will ya?
You'll be the first. What are we having for supper tonight, anyway?
Frog legs.
I had a feeling that was coming.
Go get the snip out. It wasn't me.
Well, somebody's been reading my diary. Today's the 3rd time I found it open.
Open? Where?
The part where she and Dwayne had snuck into the drive-in theater in the trunk.
I figured it was you, you nosy little rat.
Girls, now y'all stop that. Harold, tell them to stop it.
Girls, stop that.
Well, what am I gonna do? Ain't nobody has any privacy around here.
Look, tell you what, I share my hot place. Nobody knows about it.
You mean this old clock? That was just a guess.
You knew about it, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
You girls get away from that clock. Worth more than 2 of you combined. Why, it's been in this family for years.
So have you.
What was that?
Nothing, Daddy. I was just remarking as to how that thing ain't worked in years.
Why, me and this old clock, we're a lot alike, we two.
That's what I just said.
What?
Wait, frog legs?
Yeah, if only this old clock could talk. You'd be surprised. All of you.
Now Leon's coming down and I don't want nobody asking him about his accident. I'm telling you now, he flat out don't want to talk about it. So there's no sense in prodding him about it. Don't even look like you want to talk about it because he ain't going to talk about it.
You interrupted my clock speech for that?
Out of my way, woman. Come on, make way. Lady with a baby, hot food, coming through.
You sure you don't want me to take a look at that?
Look at what?
Nothing.
I'll tell you how he hurt his leg. He was trying to do me in. That's how, ain't it?
If I was trying to snuff you, old man, you'd be in a box right now.
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
You'd be a lot easier to get along with, I'll grant you that.
I'm too fast for you. I keep my room locked and bolted, always checking behind me.
Yeah? Well, one of these days you're gonna doze off, and I'm gonna have you laminated and turn you into a lamb. How'd that be?
Ha! He always was my favorite. Now, how'd you hurt your leg? Go on, tell me.
If I wanted you to know, I'd send you a dang telegram.
Sure, waste money.
What do I care? It's your money.
He's good, ain't he?
This family is such an embarrassment. I'm afraid to have any of my friends come around here.
I'd be afraid to let the Hell's Angels come around here.
See? It's talk like that and the way y'all act and this furniture and...
You don't like it? Take a hike.
Everybody settle down. You're irritating Bubba.
When did she start calling you Bubba?
I don't know, but if she doesn't stop, she's gonna need one of these.
I thought it was kind of cute. I seen it on Dallas the other night.
You watch too much television, woman.
I need the company.
Ooh. Good one, wasn't it?
I can't stand this. I think I'm going to my room.
You are absolutely right, Jenny. I believe I shall go with you.
Well, fiddle-dee-day.
Shouldn't make fun of the kids like that.
It's the only way I know how to make fun of them. Couple of high-house flowers. Put them in the real sun and they'd wilt.
Like the rest of us could stand the heat of the light ourselves. Like we don't all hole up in this barn, afraid of what we might find if we was to leave. It's nice and shady in here, ain't it? So we decided, all of us, to give up a little human dignity for some cool shade and shadow from the real world. So we stay here in this mud hole like a bunch of crawfish. And you're the kingfish.
Leon, don't go on so.
Don't stop him now. He's finally showing some backbone. He may just be a nephew, but he's like the son I never had.
Daddy, yo!
Can't let me enjoy one little moment now, can you?
Nobody knows the troubles I've seen. Nobody knows my sorrow.
Yeah, Zach, quite a little family you got there. Bunch of vultures all waiting on a tree branch, waiting for you to breathe your last so they can all swoop down and devour the carcass of your plush estate.
You don't like it? Take a hike.
What, and lose my place in line?
I'll tell you why you can't leave. You hurt your leg there. Now, how'd you hurt it? Go on, tell me.
Now, don't go taunting him like that, Uncle Zach.
It was just an accident. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
And besides, Mr. Dunwoody, you don't need to go getting yourself in such a state.
Now, don't you start telling me what I can and cannot do.
Look, you old fossil. You hired me to take care of you, and I'm only doing my job.
Yeah, well, you ain't getting no overtime today, little lady. So why don't you go on home?
I just thought that since I was just already here, I'd just take a look
You
at...
touch that foot, and I'll knock you so far out, you'll need a passport to get back in.
Somebody been messing with this clock?
Hey! I done shooed them giggly girls away from that clock. Do I have to do the same for you? Yeah.
Oh, my sakes alive! Has anyone seen my darling Monroe? I'm afraid he's in that condition again. Oh, sometimes I wonder how I'll ever bear up. It's almost more than my body can stand.
Well, the town crier is up from her afternoon nap.
Don't you go bad-mouthing me, Harold Dunwoody. I bear my burden like a good Samaritan. I just wish you had the same compassion. That's what I wish. Why, dear Zach, he knows what I'm going through. Ain't that right?
Here's $1. Go away.
Oh, no. I wasn't always in this predicament. Being married to Monroe does have its inherent flaws, but I married him for better or worse. For richer or for poorer.
Here's another $1. Now you're richer. Shoot in that direction.
Oh, Diane!
Thanks a lot.
I just wish Monroe had a better outlook on life, and I wish I could help him in his bitter battle.
Yeah, and I wish I had $1.
Tell me, have you seen my dear tormented Monroe?
He's using the couch.
No, he's being used for the couch.
Oh, my poor baby.
I should have had goldfish.
Comfortable pillow.
Listen, everybody. 1, don't nobody go near that there clock. And 2, Eloise, go home.
You gonna take your medicine?
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I fixed it myself.
Take a hike.
I should have known better than to work in this house. I mean, y'all ain't exactly the Waltons.
I didn't think she'd ever leave.
Oh, Monroe, darling, why do you do this to yourself?
Ah, my darling spouse, my sweet angel of beauty, she who consoles me in my melancholy. What's shaking, bacon?
You are, you sight.
A temporary condition, my dear brother. I've seemed to have fallen from the outstretched grace of the Dunwoody clan, and that might appear as an unseen countenance.
Why do you drink so much, Monroe?
He used to be a school teacher.
Oh, yeah.
You knew that.
Well, sometimes it helps to talk about it.
You hear that? Sometimes it helps to talk about it.
Never give up, do you, old man?
Now's a good time. Tell me about that leg.
Now's not a good time.
Oh, I get it. Everybody out of here.
Now, see here. If you think he's gonna tell you something he hasn't even told me.
Isn't Leave It to Beaver on?
Oh, yeah!
The rest of you.
Take a hike.
Hi.
Come on, Monroe, I'll get you some coffee.
Okay, Leon. Now it's just you and me.
So, you think this is the way to do it?
I want to hear the story. Every detail.
You sure?
You tell me now, or I'll turn your MasterCard into guitar picks.
Well...
Oh, His Highness has graced us with his presence.
What do you want, Gladys? Can't you see we're busy here?
I need to have a word with Mr. Dunwoody. Not you, the mealy mouth one.
Mealy mouthed? Gladys, you like working here?
No.
Well, there goes that threat.
What do you want?
Leon, will you come in and get your son? He keeps trying to sew supper together.
What?
He's taken 2 of my frog legs.
I hate frog legs.
That's why I fixed them.
We need to come up with another threat for her. And soon.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to explain why we'd be having 2 legs short for supper.
Yeah, well, use your own. Get back to the kitchen.
Yeah, hop to it.
I don't know why I put up with this. One of these days, they'll be sorry. Yep, it's only a matter of time.
Okay, now, how'd you wrench your leg? Go on now before anybody comes on it.
Come on in, dear, and get out of the heat.
Dang it.
Well, I must say, I do feel a bit warm.
It's your arm.
It's your sister.
You make it sound like it was my fault.
Hello, you two. No, don't get up. Myrna and I just came in together, blazing afternoon sun.
Hottest day of the year, I swear.
Oh, it has to be.
The hottest.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Me neither.
Positively.
The hottest.
Holy cow.
I swear I didn't think I could take it any longer.
I know the feeling.
Why, I bet we ain't walked 2 blocks.
Not 2.
Just down the corner store, that's all.
After that nice man gave us a ride down there.
Probably a stranger.
Probably.
Don't you two know better than to take a ride with a stranger? Why, suppose something would... Huh? Oh yeah.
But when I see my best friend here, Nola,
Thank you.
walking by herself down the store, I says to myself, Myrna,
Who?
Myrna, you get yourself up and you go with her. That's what I says to myself.
Exercise did you good.
Did for a fact, if it weren't so hot.
Hottest day of the year.
Probably.
Will you two stop it? Dang. You two can make Gandhi carry a machine gun. Nola Jean, I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to get me excited, so I'll have an attack, fall down dead as a trout, then you can get your greasy hands on my steak.
I just came for some tea.
Well, it ain't gonna work, you get me? Because I ain't gonna get excited.
Can you stop not being excited? You're shaking my leg.
I'll get back to that in a minute.
I don't know what you're talking about, brother. Myrna, you pay him no mind.
Pay him no mind? Talk about a blank check.
What does that mean?
Right over her head.
High and outside.
Now you two get on out of here so me and the boy can have a little privacy.
Why, Zach, if you want us to leave, why didn't you just say so?
There weren't room.
I didn't get that one either.
Maybe you ought to take notes.
Come on, Myrna. I can tell when we're not wanted. Let's see if Gladys has any tea made.
Alrighty. Oh, by the way, you got any extra frog legs? My grandson was working on his biology homework. And dang, if his frogs didn't disappear.
Okay, now, how'd you wrench your leg?
Promise me you won't laugh.
Of course I'm gonna laugh. Why do you think I asked? I'm sorely in need of some entertainment around here. Now, how'd you do it?
This is so silly.
I'm counting on it.
Okay, here goes. I wrenched my leg
Yeah.
on a counter.
Yeah, go on a counter.
I was trying to kick the cat. That's what I thought you'd
No,
say.
go on. You tried to kick the cat.
Yeah, tried to kick the cat. You know, that fur-lined, 40-pound ball of fat of Myrna's got into the house and came upstairs into my bedroom. I'm trying to sleep here.
Yeah.
The minute I hear that fat pussycat yowl, I rolled over and, well, I fell out of bed. You want to hear this or not?
No, go on. You fell out of bed.
Right on top of one of Frida's high heels. You know how you can catch something square on the nose? Anyway, I seen that cat near the door, so I grabbed my pants and I tried to slip them on. Only problem was, I caught my foot on one of the inseams. Toenail hung up on a thread or something. Next thing I knew, I'm doing a one-step across the carpet.
Still aiming for the cat.
Still aiming for the cat. Well, a hopscotch toward the door, still going one-on-one with my khakis and doing my dangest to step on the cat. And I made it all the way to the landing.
No, stop here.
Caught the nap of the carpet.
No.
That's when I fell down the stairs. And I took the cat with me. Okay, y'all can come on out now. It's over.
I take it everything went according to plan?
Yep, just like we figured. Curiosity was his downfall, just like the proverbial cat.
Somebody at the door?
And the doorbell?
How do you know?
We ain't got a doorbell.
Why, it's this old clock.
It can't be. That thing ain't worked in years.
Ask not for whom the bell tolls. It tolls for thee.
Right. After all, it was just an accident. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
What happened?
It's Brother Zach. He's passed on.
Will you stop staring at that clock? Uncle Zach will. He wouldn't like it.
He's no longer with us. What do you care what he would or would not like?
I'm worried about that. I'm worried about when the police get here. I'm worried about everything.
Have some wine. That's what I'm doing.
Boy's putting Zach in his room?
I suppose. Listen, when the police get here, I think we ought to look, sad.
Hey, that's a good idea.
Maybe I better practice.
Yeah. Now listen, I don't want anybody going in there either. I don't want anything disturbed until we find him, right?
Kids, listen up.
I was just saying, I don't want anybody going into Uncle Zach's room.
Why would he go up there?
I'm just saying that when we call the police tomorrow, I don't want them going in there and finding anything out of the ordinary.
Exactly. We tell him we found him. He must have had a nightmare, and that's all she wrote.
What the heck is she doing?
Geez, I don't know. Frida, stop that.
We are missing a bit here.
What?
Forgot about Myrna. She was right there in that kitchen. She knows he died.
We already went over that. We just tell her that he didn't die right then. He must have, I don't know, passed out or something. Then later on, during the night...
Oh, that's just it. This whole thing's getting too complicated. First, we get together and construct this bizarre story about Leon hurting his leg, knowing that Zach's gonna wrench it out of him. The story's so comical that we know Zach will literally laugh himself to death. All right, so far.
This is a strange family.
So, everything go according to plan and Zach kicks it. Fine. Now, you both keep fabricating and say he died at night.
That's the plan.
Why? When here we got a perfectly good witness in Myrna.
Did I miss anything?
Always.
Say he died today, which he did. Now, we didn't all be so grief-stricken that we plumb forgot about poor old Myrna. But she'll come forward, you know how she is with the gossip, and say that when Zach died, we was all either upstairs or in the kitchen with her. All except for you.
Oh, yeah? I see how it is. Y'all are gonna throw me to the wolves, right?
Nah, that's just it. You were the only other one in the room with them. You with your leg all wrenched up. What on earth could you have possibly done to the man? Ain't a mark on him, is there?
She's right. Myrna will be our alibi.
Okay, but how come we ain't called the hospital right away?
I took care of that idea.
What?
Not the hospital. I did what anyone would expect me to do. I called our family doctor.
Dr. McMurray? You're supposed to dial 911.
Old lady like me? I can't be expected to know about all these newfangled gadgets. No, I called our trusted family physician.
Who's out of town right now at a mortician's convention.
Yeah, I think he gets a kickback or something.
Left a message on his machine, and that's where she stands now. I'm sure that when and if he ever gets here, then he'll tell us to call the police.
Sounds good. Real good. Everybody got that?
What? Sorry, I wasn't listening.
Look, the main thing is for everybody to behave themselves and to act naturally.
Right. I don't know.
What if it's Dr. McMurray?
Oh, he couldn't have gotten here that fast.
Y'all want me to get the door?
Shut up.
Maybe if we just pretend there ain't nobody home.
At the exact time we're all supposed to be here, mourning over Zach's passing.
Passing what?
I can get the door. It's real close.
Shut up.
This is a real strange family.
Look, whoever it is, we gotta answer it, no matter what.
I guess. Jackson, you want to get the door?
Not anymore. I lost the urge.
Get the dang door.
Yeah.
Is this Dunwoody house?
What's this?
Just one little minute there, boy. You could lose an arm like that.
Hey, I like this guy.
Can we help you, sir?
Is this Dunwoody house?
Yes.
I got a package for Jackson Dunwoody. I'm gonna pop you one, boy. Just you wait and see.
Sign for the package and get him out of here.
This is Jackson Dunwoody.
Oh. Speak, boy.
Gimme.
Sign this. This sure is a grabby bunch. I never. Hey, you! Get out of there!
Jackson? What did you order this time?
There's just no telling.
Hey, I just thought of something. Everyone's down here, right? We can use the phone.
Hey, don't go into Uncle Zach's room.
I don't know what this is, Mama. I don't remember ordering anything.
What does it say on the box?
Fraggy, Fragile.
Above that, the address it was sent from?
Read it, Diane.
K-Row Laboratories.
I got another package for you. First, where's my tip?
Yeah, you've been a sweetheart, all right.
What if we don't give you a tip?
Then you don't get this.
Give him a tip.
If we don't, will he take Monroe back?
Here.
Holy gosh. A whole quarter. Now I can make my very own phone call.
Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
I should have stuck to writing greeting cards.
Jackson! Don't you go opening that up in here. Remember that last time? When you got that ant farm?
Take it up to your room.
Okay, Daddy. Oh boy,
Look at him. Innocent as a new laid egg. You know, he could be the one to mess this whole thing up.
I doubt it. Nobody ever listens to him.
Where do you suppose he's been?
And how much do you suppose he drank?
I sure wish him and Aunt Lila Mae would move out. Where is Aunt Lila Mae anyway? There she is.
Oh, Diane! I was just about to knock. Land's sakes, it's all so horrible. So very horrible.
Well, come inside. It's much better in here.
She was talking about Uncle Zach, you TV twit.
Huh? Oh, yeah.
Stop that.
This family is so brave. You all are so brave. This family is so...
Come, sit over here, darling. Yes, we're all just trying to bear up, but we must go on.
Yes, we must go on.
Go on.
Somebody sit on him.
After all, Brother Zach would have wanted it that way now, wouldn't he?
Zach, Oh, I thought the police would be here by now.
The police? Oh, my! Yes, I should have thought of that. Oh, I should have notified the police.
Yes, the police should have been notified, even if it was natural causes and we didn't have nothing to do with it and couldn't know.
Go back to crying, will ya?
But no, I was talking about the accident. You don't know?
No? No what?
It's Lila Mae, Monroe's, his wife.
Something's happened to Aunt Lila Mae?
Yes. Brace yourselves. Someone's backed over her in the pickup truck.
What?
Somebody.
I seen it, kinda. It was Monroe's truck. I called 911 and they're over there right now.
Oh, I bet I should have called 911 for Zach. I called Dr. McMurray.
Well, that was stupid.
Grief does that to a body.
Lord, 2 in 1 day. How can y'all manage?
We'll manage.
Great. Now the police are gonna show 'em. All on account of Monroe couldn't find first gear.
Hey, don't worry about it. We was all here and it was just an accident. Plus, that's one less we have to split up the estate with.
Uh-huh. We come not to praise Caesar, but to bury him. Remind me to sleep with my back to a wall.
Yes, fate is a way of striking down upon us with all its wrath, just when we least expect it. Unannounced and unpremeditated.
3 strikes, you're out.
That clock is starting to get on my nerves.
At the old ball game.
So the chief's got everybody else looking for that escaped loony from the asylum, and since I know y'all, he sent me over to investigate. Now that I'm here, I intend to get right to the bottom of it, post haste.
Well, Constable Crow.
Deputy Constable Crow, thank you.
Deputy Constable Crow. I don't know what else we can tell you about Daddy dying like that.
Just gave up the ghost, did he?
Right in this room.
Flat out died?
In a hurry.
Nothing could be done?
Nothing to speak of.
Well, there you go. That's a wrap.
What is it, Gladys?
Is she staying for supper?
No.
Good.
Now, Miss Lila Mae's mind is a little more complicated, I understand.
A bit, yeah.
Now, Miss Myrna done gave you your statement as to how it was a pickup that done backed over the deceased. Well, that's to say she weren't deceased until the pickup backed over her.
What's going on here?
The police are here. Quiet, will you?
I was just up in Zach's room.
Not now, Monroe. I'm trying to listen.
Hey, excuse me.
Myrna also told me the truck in question belongs to Monroe.
Yeah, that's right.
And y'all think he was behind the wheel, do you?
Well,
He weren't here, is all we know. Ain't that right, Harold?
For a fact.
And y'all weren't here, were you?
Yep, all of us. Mourning the loss of Uncle Zach.
Are you gonna go up and examine Daddy now?
No, she don't want to do that. That's for the doctor to do when he gets here.
My feelings exactly. I don't want to look at nothing I don't have to. I was sent over to investigate Miss Lila May's demise. Zach would be like frosting on the cake.
I never quite thought of it like that before.
Hey, here's a good question. Anybody know where Monroe he's gone to?
Monroe?
Dang, that is a good question. Now, I don't want to get anybody upset here, but I'm going to have to ask him a couple of questions. I ain't implying any improprieties, you understand. It's just routine.
No offense taken.
Well, I'll tell you something that ain't routine. This clock. Zach passed on and the thing struck 1. Then Lila May cashed in, it struck again twice it.
Really? This is starting to get interesting. Alrighty.
What exactly is gonna happen to Uncle Monroe?
Well, if he was under the influence, I don't know. Could be serious. Maybe jail time.
Really?
Yes?
Nola, I come as soon as I got your message.
Right from the convention, I see.
Yeah, them morticians, they're real funny folk.
Doc?
Constable.
Deputy Constable?
Oh yes, you do have my sympathies. At these trying times we must all band together, forging our family grief, and laughing our death, or so it says in the good book. We must continue, push on through life's hills and valleys where we find solace, comfort, and the family unit.
Well, I feel better.
Yeah, I'm drained.
Come on, Doc, I'll show you where he is.
You come with me?
That's okay. I trust your judgment.
How was the convention?
Undertakers really know how to enjoy life.
Probably because they see so little of it.
Now, boys, y'all don't really think Monroe is tipsy when he crawfished his truck, do you?
Hey, I'm just saying.
Shoot. I may have to make an arrest.
Occupational hazard, huh?
The criminal element is so unthinking.
Let me call you sweetheart. I'm in love with you. Let me hear you whisper that you love me too. Hey, Crow.
Monroe?
What y'all doing up there?
He was drunk.
Yeah, and you got 2 cavities.
There it goes again.
Yeah, but we're all okay, right?
Can we unplug it?
It ain't electrical.
We got a problem.
Now what?
Earthquake!
You examine the body?
No.
I know what you mean. Makes me a little queasy, too.
Your mama makes you a little queasy. Come to think of it, she makes me a little queasy too.
You ought to see her in the morning.
Wait, why didn't you examine Uncle Zach?
Because he's not there.
What?
Everybody hold on for your lives. There's likely to be another tremor any time now.
He ain't up there.
I always said he'd be late to his own funeral.
Where could he have gone?
Why don't you ask our earthquake victim over here? Go on, ask him. When I came in a minute ago, he was carrying out a long bag of something.
Could have been full of Uncle Zach.
Very possible.
Monroe?
Crow? Dang, this is the second time I've seen you today. Don't you have to go to work?
I'm a deputy constable.
Never mind that. Answer the question. Where were you the night of June 5th?
No need bringing all that up now.
Ain't you supposed to be the one asking the questions?
Oh, yeah.
Wait, where were you the night of June 5th?
Well, you let her get on with this. I bet I know what's happened here. Monroe, you been in Zach's room?
He's got a nice rug.
Yeah, well, none of us get as close to it as you do, so we'll just have to take your word on it.
I bet that's it. Remember about 2 years ago down that park at that church bazaar? Oh, you know, that was when Jackson was caught stealing that cake.
Was that Jackson?
Lands, yes. Him and 2 other hooligans took 2 cakes, a pie, and a tamale casserole. They was sick for 2 days.
I don't wonder. Tamales and cake.
Can we get on with this story?
Well, that was when Zach dropped the bomb that he'd like to be buried in our own backyard.
After he died?
We asked him just to be sure.
Folks, Frida seems to be in some difficulty.
Oh, don't worry about her. Probably just canceled one of her soaps.
She need a bath that bad?
Soap opera, you have to, banjo.
So you think Monroe heard Zach say this?
I don't know. More than 5 minutes ago, I saw him carrying out that bag I was talking about.
I did too.
And you didn't say anything?
We're used to seeing him with a bag.
That's not nice.
Monroe, you were in Zach's room?
Yeah, but that was before the earthquake.
Will somebody listen to me? I got something to say. There's a snake in the house.
There's several. If you don't stop that.
A real one. I seen it crawling out from under Jackson's door.
Jackson? Oh my gosh!
Leon? Ain't that hurting your leg, exercising it like that?
Oh yeah. Ah! Oh, gosh, that hurts. I think I'll just run upstairs and grab some liniment.
You didn't really see a snake, did you?
I did, I swear.
I see them all the time. Was he wearing a tie?
I just had a horrible feeling.
A little early in the day for you to be having one of those, ain't it? Don't even think about it.
What kind of feeling?
I'll just bet you that Jackson has met the Grim Reaper. And he had the snake?
Why don't you punch her?
Now, Diane, don't go getting morbid.
You've had 2 members of the family wiped out today. I say it's a good time to get morbid.
Dang it, I was hoping to get the weekend off.
How would a snake even get in the house, much less upstairs?
Wait, maybe he carried it up himself. Jackson, that is.
How do you mean?
Well, that package he got. What if the snake was in the package?
I'll bet that's it.
It'd be just like Jackson to order a poisonous snake and not tell anybody.
Why, did you want one too?
It's Jackson. He's...
Oh no!
Diane, how'd you know? Let's just say his alarm went off.
Who could that be?
Maybe that's the Grim Reaper in a bus.
Delivery.
Who for?
Harold Dunwoody.
Ask not for whom the bell tolls, it tolls for thee. So the chief's got everybody else looking for that escaped loony from the nut house, and since I know the family
Does
here...
this thing sticking out bother you?
Ask about the package, you idiot.
That's deputy idiot. I mean, what about this package?
That feller took it, that Harold. And notice here my naked palm. It's cold. Sure could use some hot cash to warm it up.
Not that package, the other one. The one you delivered here no more than an hour ago. What do you know about that one?
Oh yeah, that was another cashless exchange.
Hey, I gave you a quarter.
All right. I remember thinking that now I could afford that trip to Europe.
Seems like I've seen you someplace before.
Well, I was here an hour ago.
No.
Okay, now this last package, you sent that over.
I don't know who sent it, and I don't know what was in it. All I know is I brought it here and have received no gratuity for my efforts. Does anybody here recognize the symbol of an outstretched hand?
You sure remind me of somebody.
Well, I am somebody.
Enough about the package. What about this clock? Every time it clangs, somebody dies.
Not quite. Every time somebody dies, it clangs.
What's the difference?
Are they staying for supper?
No. Matter of fact, there's gonna be 3 less for supper night.
You're just saying that to cheer me up.
Listen, if you have a surplus,
Listen
I
up,
could.
Deputy Moronstable. Leon's trying to make a point. Now, what were you saying?
I'm just saying that I don't think the clock chimes until after somebody has already croaked. Think for a minute. Go back in your mind.
It's so lonely.
It would be for you. Now, remember the chain of events. Uncle Zach wheezed his last and the clock struck, once it. Then we hear about Aunt Lila Mae getting rear-ended, and it struck again, twice it.
Yeah, but that was before Jackson. Poor Jackson.
Will you stop carrying on like that? He weren't exactly ours, you know.
Huh. Y'all adopted him?
No, borrowed him.
You borrowed Jackson.
Think I'll be writing some of this stuff down?
Hey!
See, years ago, Frida and I wondered what it would be like to have a child of our own. Well, this real dumb couple from next door said that they'd loan us theirs. Next thing we'd know, they'd moved away in the middle of the night. Guess they weren't so dumb after all.
Well, this is boring the chicken feathers out of me. Can I get out of here, huh? What do you think?
Well,
You may have more questions for him in a minute.
I may have more questions for you in a minute.
Anyway, what were you saying?
What was I saying?
The clock, remember? You said the clock struck 1.
And down he run. Hickory dickory dock.
I'm just saying that I think Jackson was already gone when the clock clanged.
Yeah, but figure this. Once it for Uncle Zach, twice it for Lila Mae, 3 times for Jackson, and then it struck again 4 times.
Hey, I ain't saying it's foolproof. How many clocks do you know of that are absolutely accurate?
Yeah, and we're all in here.
Yeah.
Except Harold! Harold!
Well, whatever was in here is either diffused, defunct, or drowned.
We thought you were next in line for a dirt nap.
Not as afraid as I was, my little clinging vine. That's why I deep six the express mail here.
Good. Where'd that package come from anyway?
I don't know, the printing's all run. All over my pants. Dang.
Okay, messenger.
Speak to me only in green, crinkly bills. Shades of presidents past.
Here's $1.
I was thinking of something a little further down Mount Rushmore.
From whence came that package?
Whence?
I don't know. Seems like it was from some tobacco concern or other.
Oh, I was afraid of that.
Afraid of what?
I think that's a box of cigars I had Uncle Zach order for you.
I don't want to open this.
Well, you're okay. That's the main thing. And that clock struck 4.
Quitting time already?
Dang, it's her.
Me? What are you talking about?
Every time you point to that thing, it goes off.
All right, now you two settle down. I took classes in police work and I'm majored in domestic squabbles.
Is somebody washing cigars around here? What is that, anyway?
Look, as far as that clock goes, it just must have been some coincidence those first 3 times. What I want to know is,
What do you mean coincidences?
well, here it struck 4 and 5, and we're all here, right?
Oh no, oh no. I better call in. Tell them I'm gonna be late.
What is it, Diane?
Betty Jean, Jenny Sue, where are they?
I ran upstairs to use the phone.
Dang, I don't see how they could. The thing's dead.
I won't be using that word around here today if I was you.
Dang?
The phone.
Oh, that word.
What's going on here anyway?
It's that clock. I'm telling you, that clock is doing all this.
Okay. You have the right to remain silent. Should you choose to give up that right, anything you say can be used against you in a court of law.
Makes you real proud to be a taxpayer, doesn't it?
Oh, yes.
Monroe, can you answer a couple of questions, hon? Guess not.
Get him some coffee.
All right. Come on, Monroe. Let's get you fixed up.
Nola, I'd rather you didn't leave the room.
Yeah, I was just about to say the same thing.
Well, who's going to get the coffee?
Could you take him into the kitchen and have Glass fix him some coffee?
Me?
I'll tip you.
I'm gone.
Careful. I'm ticklish.
I don't know if it's gonna do any good, Doc. I mean, even when Monroe's sober.
I know, but he's gotta be questioned sometime.
Why do you want me to leave the room?
A little theory I've been working on here. I think it's best to have everybody stick together.
But Harold and Diane just left.
Oh, I see. He's thinking one of us is the killer.
Ain't that what you're thinking?
That's what I'm saying. What if the killer did leave the room?
Do you mean you think it's Harold or Diane?
Yeah, maybe one of them's the murderer.
Well, if one of them kills the other, we'll know who the murderer is, right?
Diane?
Both of them. Both girls.
How?
Near as I can tell, they got electrocuted through the princess phone.
Will you get away from that clock? What are you gonna do? Interrogate it?
Maybe.
What are you gonna say to a clock?
Hands up. How can two people get electrocuted through one phone?
There. I mean, think of it this way. They were teenagers. That's how they would have wanted to go.
I tried to tell them not to spend so much time on the phone.
A lesson there for us all.
Crow, haven't you got the feeling yet that there's something funny going on here?
Not so I'd laugh out loud. Of course, I got hot intellect.
See? Compared to a goldfish.
Drink.
I mean, since this afternoon began, 5. Six people have died.
6?
Harold! He never came back downstairs, but he was right behind me.
Yeah, how about that?
No.
Why ain't you going up to have a look?
Are you kidding me? It's tombstone territory up there. I seen people go up there that never came back down.
This chicken is great.
That's frog.
Oh. Did I miss anything? Never mind. I take that back. I don't want to know.
Harold! Yo, Harold! Come out, wherever you are.
Wait, I got an idea. Crow, you go upstairs.
Ha! No, seriously, what's your idea?
That's it. You're the deputy constable. It's your job to investigate.
Well, sorta.
What do you mean, sorta?
Like I said before, I'm good with domestic squabbles, parking tickets, a cat caught up in a tree.
Get up there.
Hey, why do you come with me? I mean, ain't it your job?
Somebody's got to stay down here and watch them.
Wait, what do you mean, watch us?
Ain't it occurred to you yet? Somebody's snuffing you out, one by one, right? Systematic extermination of the Dunwoodies.
What are you gonna do? Call the SPCA?
I can do that.
Wait a minute. As I said, somebody's snuffing you out, one by one. Now, I figured it's also one of you that's the murderer. Somebody in this room with us now.
That being the case, I'm going upstairs.
Wait. You want to leave your pistol down here with me?
What do you think about it? No. Okay, I'm coming up. And I ain't a Dunwoody.
So, you think it's one of us, huh?
I do.
I now pronounce you doctor and killer.
It ain't me.
I mean, you've all been acting pretty strange.
Heck, we've had half the family album wiped out in one evening. How are we supposed to act?
Ain't just that.
What is it, then?
For one thing, I suddenly noticed you don't have a wrenched leg anymore. Now do you?
In all the excitement, I plumb forgot about my malady. Ow.
And whenever this old geezer shows up, people have a funny way of recovering from his packages. And then Lila Mae gets run over by Monroe's truck, And later on, when we can't find Zach, he's seen carrying out a long sack over his shoulder.
I can explain that. I only have this to say.
We've heard it before.
Is he? Is he? I was asking him.
Maybe you can put that thing on a silent ring.
I knew it. I knew it was going to be a bad day. When I went to read my horoscope this morning, I should have taken it as an omen.
What'd it say?
You don't want to know?
No, tell me anyway.
No, that's what it said. You don't want to know.
Wow. Wait, what are you still doing here?
Well, first it was on account of me trying to get a tip. Of course, that was like beating a dead horse. Then I figured I'd snarf up something to eat, but that was before I found out you folks eat amphibians. Now I guess it's just out of morbid curiosity.
Meaning?
Meaning, I wonder who's gonna be next.
Sir, you are sick! A sick man!
Now listen, you bag of snakes.
All right, that's enough now, okay? Now, I can't tell for sure, but I think this coffee has something in it.
Poison?
No, Cremora. I can't believe you people. Okay, I'm out of here.
Who made the coffee?
Gladys, I'm sure.
Oh, she left. She told me to tell you.
Left?
Why?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it was low pay or long hours or fear she was gonna get a cake knife stuck in her back or the heat
Okay. We get the idea.
Well, I'm surprised. This is the densest crowd.
Somebody ought to check into him.
Hey! Now here comes Deputy. Here comes Sherlock now.
Where's Harold?
Oh, he's in the bathroom.
He's not dead.
Oh, yeah, he's dead. But he's in the bathroom.
What?
Will you ever learn how to make an announcement? What is wrong with you?
She asked
Crow.
where he was, not how he was, nor what he was.
I don't care.
Crow! Oh, she sees me now. Getting her attention's half the battle.
What do you want?
How did Harold die?
In the bathtub.
Was there water in it?
Yeah, about 2 inches too much for my guess. I figure either somebody held him under or he just don't float.
Deputy Constable.
Wait, that ain't all that happened upstairs. What else? I quit my job, that's what else. Now you're in charge, and if I was you, I'd find out who owns Rubber Duck. I can't believe that woman. Here the whole community puts their faith in her, and she just ups and quits all because a few people get murdered. I mean, incapacitated. And ain't nobody in jeopardy except the family members. Unless, maybe. Well, maybe she thought she might be mistook for a witness. Well, she might also be in some danger. That is, I gotta go.
What a sack of jello. I knew when we called him he wouldn't be of use to us.
You sure been quiet a long time.
I've been studying on this. Near as I can figure, we've all left the room at one time or another. So any of us could be the killer. But then again, nobody gets murdered without leaving the room first. And now, there's just us.
Well, if that's the case, why don't we all just leave the house?
That won't help, I don't think.
Right. Aunt Lila Mae got hers outside.
Yeah, but that was Monroe.
Was it? We don't know for sure, you know.
Heck, even he wouldn't know for sure. Hey, maybe the killer's dependent on that.
What are you eyeballing me for?
Oh, excuse me. I know I ain't a killer and one of you is. Pardon me for staring.
Now wait a minute, ladies.
There was something funny about Crow. When she come downstairs?
You mean the fact that she found her way back?
No, it's her gun! She left her gun upstairs!
Look at that! My hands are filthy. I think I'll just run up and rinse it.
Hold it! Hold it right there!
Yeah, you march your lily white self right back down here.
Wait a minute! We need that gun for our protection! I mean, I know we ain't all in on this. I ain't no killer.
Me neither.
Me neither.
Oh, golly gosh, you caught me. I didn't know how I'd ever get away with it. What the heck you think? That we're just gonna believe you? I mean, we got a murderer here, but the killer ain't gonna lie.
Hey, maybe it ain't one of us. Maybe it's... Yeah, that nurse, that Eloise, maybe she didn't go home. Or maybe it's Gladys. Yeah, she hates us.
Everybody hates us.
Or the messenger. Doc suspected him.
Or what about Doc?
Or Myrna.
Or Crow?
Nah. Thing is, it's gotta be somebody who's gonna get something out of it.
Yeah, like this house and all the money.
Well, that brings us right back to...
Don't go!
Oh, my turn!
Ha!
Oh, no!
I got you.
Leo! Ah, Christmas! Okay. Oh, not go either. Come on, Noah. Hold on.
Aha! Now, me pretties, just back away and let the stronger of the species take over.
So much for the stronger of the species.
What are you gonna do, Noah?
Yeah, you can't take on all of us.
Somebody's taking on 7 of us.
Oh, yeah.
Look, I think it's for the best if I go up and get the gun.
You think?
Well, who's gonna go get it? Ain't one of us trusts the other, so voting's out.
Why don't we all go get the gun?
Yeah. Okay, who's gonna hold it?
We'll all hold it?
We'll all hold it?
Hold it!
That's what I said.
No. I mean, wait a minute. We can't all walk around this house bunched together like a flock of bananas.
Bananas don't travel in flocks. Just trying to break the tension.
Look, I don't see where any of this is getting any of us anywhere.
Except you.
How can it be?
Maybe somebody complained about the racket?
Maybe Crow come back for a gun?
Maybe the killer. Nola, you mind seeing who's at the door?
Might as well, I guess.
What the?
He's gone for the gun!
Yeah, excuse me. Sorry to have to re-enter this pit of vipers, but hello?
Get away from me!
Leon, you put that gun down here.
I'm warning you.
Look, first Robin, a spring!
Where?
Get him!
Excuse me. I forgot to get somebody to sign for that last package and... Oh, forget it.
Oh, I thought it was somebody.
Oh, before you go, ma'am, could I have...
What's happening?
Where'd he go?
Downstairs!
No, I'm not.
Where'd that come from?
Downstairs! He couldn't have.
Oh, before you go, could
Where'd he go?
Now listen, honey. I don't want to be no party that. He went upstairs.
Thank you.
Watch her. She's got a knife.
No! David, why are you bringing a knife to a gunfight?
I'm gonna cut you down to size, Leon.
Not if I cut you first.
You better cut that out!
Who was that? Where'd that come from?
Over here.
Ah!
You stay away from me here. If you know what's good for you, you'll stay away from me.
You still here?
Well, yeah, I needed somebody to sign for my receipt book. Is it all over?
Yeah, it was a tough fight. Diane came upstairs with a butcher knife.
Yeah, I seen that. You don't need to point that thing at me, you know.
Maybe I do. Maybe I don't.
What's that supposed to mean?
That's for me to know and you to find out.
Oh, I get it. We're talking in cliches now. What's next? Metaphors, hyperboles?
Hey, it went just like we planned.
Yeah, I guess it did. One way or another, that is.
Yep, you had it figured all right, Uncle Zach.
Well, hell, I got the idea from you. When you came to me and told me about that stupid plan of y'all's, making up some story so I'd laugh myself to death. So, hey, I figured no point in disappointing everybody.
Right, so after you died, you were able to manage a few tricks of your own, like rigging the girl's princess phone or driving Monroe's truck, making deliveries, and poisoning coffee.
Yep, and it pretty much went all according to plan. I wasn't real sure what was going to happen with Murray or Crow around, but y'all scared them off.
Well, I guess you could say I helped out there a bit.
A bit. Rigging that old clock was a nice touch, though. Every time somebody went to meet their maker, all we had to do was push one of these little old buttons here.
And it all went like clockwork, alrighty. Only, there's two things I can't figure. One, what was Monroe carrying around in that sack?
My carpet. My Persian carpet. I'm dead and he comes in and steals my rug. What's the other thing?
Well, just this. If you're dead, how are you going to collect on the fortune?
What are you getting at there, boy?
I'm the only one left alive. McMurray and Crow were here when most of the crowd got wiped out, so they can testify it weren't me doing it. And those last three upstairs, they was just self-defense. Anybody can see that.
Hey, I may be dead, but I ain't stupid. I figured you'd pull something like this.
Yeah? Well, the fruit never falls far from the bush, you know.
Well, know this. You ain't gonna collect anything. I done already cashed in my bonds and emptied my savings accounts.
You're lying.
You really think so?
No. Heck, it's just the kind of thing you would do. But what about this house?
Oh, you can have it and welcome. Take it over, banknotes and everything.
You mean you?
Yep. I done took out another mortgage. I always liked the idea of moving to Mexico. What do you think? Oh yeah, one other thing.
Well, I guess this one's for you.
Guess again. I counted the shots upstairs. You're out of bullets. Tell you what, why don't you have another sip of that wine?
The wine? No. Wait, it can't be poison. You're drinking it.
Oh, but it is, my boy. See, I got mine first. Then I poisoned the can.
Dang you, Uncle Zach. That was real clever.
Thank you, Leon. You see, I got everything figured. Ain't nobody looking for me, remember? Y'all already done called in, told everybody I was dead. Why, Myrna was here when I died. When the police can't find the body, what are they gonna do? Hold up the estates in the courts? Heck, I got all the money stashed. There ain't no estate left. And no one to inherit it anyway. Nothing left but a bunch of bills. Yes, sir, Bob. I do believe that's the part I like best. All them greedy creditors having to eat their own bills. There's a certain economic cannibalism about that. Brother, I can tell you. Ouch! Dang it. Something sure done bit me. It looks like a snake.
I knew it. I kept trying to tell them. It was just a matter of time. And all that time, they all thought I never cleaned up around here. I'll clean up this time for sure. Ain't gonna leave old Gladys out in the cold. Yep, like I said, just a matter of time. What the heck is this?